was a moment in history. The country transfixed by the fate of close to 100 orphaned babies flown to the UK from Saigon.
All night.
Midnight at Heathrow Airport. 105 small Vietnamese children, tired and bewildered by the long flight and the reception party. Lots of willingness to help, but a shortage of volunteers to get the children onto the buses meant that outsiders were roped in.
I got very involved when I used to sit and watch the television when the American War was on, and I wanted to do something desperately to help, and I've got a happy family, and I thought this was my way, and 4.5 years later, my prayers answered.
As they travelled, the controversy increased, here and in America, over the wisdom of the airlifts. This one was organised by the Daily Mail. I asked the paper's editor why.
What a publicity seeking venture. No, it wasn't. I saw it as a venture to bring out some children and save some lives, because that has been a great success, and that's what satisfies me.
Well, now, more than 30 years on, one of the babies brought to the UK in that airlift, Vicky Cowley, has set out to track down the others. She's already met up with about 15 in a reunion, which has been filmed by the BBC, but she's still searching for the rest of the airlift orphans. Well, Vicky's with us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tell us about your own story, first of all.
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Not very well.
All right, OK, well, let's try and persevere if we can. Can you tell us a little bit about your own story?
Well, I don't really know a great deal about my own personal story. The bare facts, if that is so, I've been told that my father was a Vietnamese serviceman in the Vietnam War, and he was killed. And my mother had too many children to care for, and so gave up some of her children for adoption. So
you will still have a family back in Vietnam. Would you like to reconnect with them?
I don't know whether that's going to be possible. I wouldn't know where to start if I wanted to, which is the reason why I've gone down the route of trying to contact as many adoptees as I possibly can. So I just believe that by hearing their personal story, it could possibly add to my own search in finding out the facts and the truth.
How successful have you been so far?
Well, there was a reunion in October, just over a month ago, and at one point we actually counted 25 adoptees, which was very successful.
What are your feelings about what happened? We heard just in that little piece of archive that there were some at the time who questioned the motivation of the Daily Mail in actually doing this.
Well, yes, there has been some controversy over whether the Daily Mail was right or whether the government was right or wrong in the Babylift. That's really not for me to comment. All I can say is that I'm grateful for the life that I've had. I've had a very happy and a very healthy upbringing, and I believe that my life here is so much richer than it would have been back in Vietnam, so I'm just grateful for it.
Have you returned to Vietnam at all?
Not yet, but I'm planning a trip back in the early stages of next year.
How do you feel about that? Is it something that you look forward to, or do you have mixed emotions about it?
I'm very excited about going back to Vietnam. There are several places that I'd like to visit, because my family used to live out, my adoptive family used to live out there, which is the reason how I became adopted in the first place. So there are certain places that I would like to visit and hopefully become a little bit more grounded.
And what was that feeling like, meeting those others who had been in the same position as you at that reunion? Did you feel as though you had any connection with them, any kind of bond?
Well, there's definitely a bond. It's just sharing that one fact, really. There's nothing else really. It's just inexplicable. I can't explain it, but just because I've never been involved in a Vietnamese community, just finding other people that look just like me is just fantastic.
OK, well, thank you very much indeed for speaking to us this morning, and good luck with your search. Vicky Cowley there. If you perhaps are one of the Vietnamese airlift babies, or suspect you might be, Inside Out South East would like to hear from you. You can get in touch at bbc.co.uk/inside out, and you can watch the programme about Vicky. It's available on the BBC iPlayer.